Hello, Dr. Mark Dailey here. We're going to continue our series on food sensitivities. This has been a big series, but it really is important. Hippocrates said many years ago that disease starts in the gut, and I believe it's true. He also said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. And unfortunately nowadays, we really don't know what we're eating. It's real easy, for instance, if you grow your own food, you know what you've put on it, you know what you're eating. But now when we're eating so much processed foods, we have no idea what we're eating and how these can apply to food sensitivities. Now, moving on. Reports suggest the incidence of conditions such as asthma, allergic rhinitis, and atopic dermatitis has increased during the past 10 years. While the increase in damaging pollutants, particularly in large cities, is most often attributed for the increase. Many scientists believe that consumption of processed foods and the increased level of stress in our daily lives are also major contributing factors to the rise in the frequency of these conditions. And common sense dictates that this is true. And in my clinical practice, I would have to say this is, without question, true. As mentioned before, processed foods contain higher levels of additives such as preservatives. Folks make the food, and if they can put it on the shelf or if they can store it in a warehouse for 10 years, well, obviously there's less waste. So processed, non-organically grown foods may also contain pesticides, which can promote toxic responses in the body. Candies, such as chocolate, also contain many different colorings and additives and preservatives, as well as simple sugars. Processed foods can also contain small amounts of residues of foods that are not listed on the label. Most manufacturing plants produce several types of food products, and although regulations exist to assure these companies manufacture products under clean conditions, they don't require sterile conditions that would prevent any cross-contamination from the production of other food products. For example, a manufacturer may use the same equipment to produce wheat and non-wheat bread. It is possible that small amounts of wheat residue could inadvertently end up in a non-wheat product. However, these residues wouldn't be listed as an ingredient on its label. This is of particular concern with peanut residue, which can cause severe allergic reactions from small amounts, so small that it's undetectable by all tests used to determine the cleanliness of equipment. Government agencies are responding by requiring manufacturers that use the same equipment to produce peanut products and non-peanut products to label their non-peanut products as possible contaminating peanut residue. Processed foods also add colors and flavorings which raise additional concerns. Colors and particularly flavorings are usually produced with carrier ingredients. In the past, manufacturers have been required to only list the main ingredients in the products, and carrier ingredients were not included on this list. This practice has recently come under scrutiny by the FDA and other food industry organizations as reports of food intolerance or allergic reactions from allergens that were present in foods but were not listed on the label continues to grow. The FDA is starting to require that labels list all ingredients, including carrier ingredients. However, it may be many years before all the processed foods on our grocery shelves will have all the ingredients clearly labeled. Whole, organically grown foods do not contain colorings, flavorings, preservatives, or other hidden ingredients which may cause food sensitivities. This is a particularly important consideration for individuals with any type of food sensitivities. I hope this was of use to you. Next time on our next video, we're going to talk about why we crave foods which we're sensitive to. And this is funny in many ways, because I can tell you that if you sat down and if you made a list of the foods that you just really wouldn't want to give up, oftentimes those are the very foods that are causing you the most trouble. This is why when I'm trying to get a patient better, trying to move someone from a disease state back to optimal health, they end up being their own worst enemy because they crave foods which they actually are sensitive to. So we'll talk about that on our next video. Thanks so much. God bless you and have a great day.